All this week, we've been taking an in-depth look at the HANS device head and neck restraint system. We've received a number of emails from local short track drivers who want to know how much it costs. For a basic HANS device, not custom made, the price is $1,200. Some drivers say they can't afford to spend that much money. For some drivers who can afford it, there are other cons, but there are also pros for its use too.
I believe in the concept. I definitely believe in the concept. It took me a little while to get used to wearing it, because it's so different. It's so awkward, bulky. I had concerns about getting out of the race car in a hurry.
I've tried the HANS at a test in Loudon, New Hampshire, and just wasn't really overall comfortable with it. I'm a really big guy in the upper body, and I felt restricted, and I didn't feel like I was part of the race car.
It's just a little different when you go to get out. We're so tight in these cars that the back of it sometimes catches the top of the roll cage, but I just bend over a little more and I can get out of this thing in a hurry, I know.
With the HANS, the way that we cannot notch our seat out like some of the short guys can because they're further from the roll bar, will make it very uncomfortable. I feel like I'd have to race, leaning over the whole day.
The HANS device has been put to the test on the track. No one can say the HANS saved their life, but they do believe it works, and it gives drivers peace of mind knowing they've done everything possible to be safe in the race car.
First lap at the Winston wasn't a tremendously hard hit. I mean, it was a good hit. It was a good way to test the HANS device. I never want to hit the wall any harder than that, but it did its job.
We can feel the tethers hook up. When the parachutes come out, I run 320 miles an hour and experience -5.5 to 6 Gs. We can feel our head move forward and stop on that thing. I think there's no question about it that whether or not we realize it now, it's definitely doing its job and it's definitely helping out.
I used to really have a lot of neck problems, just from driving the car, just, from the hitting the chutes and being beat around in there, a car shaking, and I have to see the chiropractor every week. And to be honest with you, I haven't, knock on wood, but I haven't had any problems. And I attribute that definitely to the HANS device.
The HANS device has received rave reviews. The results show the HANS does work, and driver testimony backs that up. But work still needs to be done to make the HANS comfortable for all racers.
It hurt me, my collarbone, very sore the first couple times I wore it, and that concerned me. But after working with those people and them sort of, I guess just finding ways to make it more comfortable for us, now I love it. Now I don't want to go out on the track without it.
As long as I can feel comfortable wearing it in terms of moving in the cockpit, I'm going to wear it. So on an oval, you don't have much movement, and it's great, and that's where you really want it anyway because the impacts are much harder. But on the road courses, unfortunately, I can't breathe with it right, and I can't move my arms with it right. So I'm hoping that we can figure out a way to make it work because it's definitely the safer way to go.
Without question. It's a little bit of getting used to, but we wear so much safety stuff anyway that it's just something else you have to get ready for, and you get used to it. It's like putting your shoes on.